human trafficking, I think that's one issue where when people are violated and they're forced to do something against their will, I mean, that's taking away their human rights and their dignity as a human being. And when people don't have those kind of equal rights or that freedom, we need to stand up and be a voice for the voiceless.
It just always seemed to me like an issue that was so terrible. Like, it just really blew my mind that this could be happening to people in our world, that people would be held against their will and forced to do things that they don't want to do. And so I think part of it's so terrible, like I had to do something about it.
I first heard about human trafficking in 2008 through a movie called Call and Response. And we started getting my church involved a little bit for a couple of years, and then my wife and I felt like we're being called to just kind of go deeper into some issues of compassion and justice.
And I'd never heard of human trafficking. And one of the domestic violence service providers convened a forum to discuss human trafficking and what was happening here at a local level. And we started having a dialogue around it. It was very intriguing for me.
Well, because I had already done a great deal of work about women and children's advocacy, just to hear the stories of victims, just to educate myself and be very aware. Oh, my heart, my compassionate heart said, this is an area that you have a passion about.
One, we always work on issues of violence against women. We don't silo the issues, like domestic violence is here, sexual assault here, human trafficking here. We see these issues as symptoms of a larger issue, which is based and rooted in gender-based violence. Our organizations were really naturally positioned to provide support for human trafficking survivors.
And as we got involved, that's when we realized that there are so many people around the Bay Area fighting human trafficking, but we're missing out on having more impact because people weren't working together. So we felt like we could be the organization that's connecting everybody and building the network deeper and wider.
And that to watch them become aware for their own safety and for the safety of their neighborhoods and their communities is extremely important.